all.
Kṛṣṇa Mati, my pronouns too.
Yeah. This is like a big chunk. Big chunk of nectarian mercy placed. So that's a journey of the soul, inward journey of the soul, as the soul starts to look towards the Lord in the heart. Then the inward journey of the soul begins. It's not so much about external, it's really internal. Bhakti's journey of the soul, so much internal. Now, the external things are reflections of what's happening inside, and the external things should aid us in our internal journey. So we shouldn't get bewildered. And we should get this understanding right. It's so much internal. So, yeah, thank you, Parikshit Maharaj. We could just simply think of him and spend days and days in the smarana of Parikshit Maharaj. So, see the faith that we hear, Ado Shraddha, Tado Sadhu-guru, then Bhajana Kriya Anartha Nivritti. That faith that we hear, the general faith is this. Okay, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I just got to hear from someone, and the Bhagavad Gita is saying that yes, Krishna is the Lord. And if you do bhakti, then that will do good for me. That is supreme auspiciousness. That's general faith. Yeah. When we go out, give the books, or do the Harinam, if somebody gets in touch with them, that's general faith. So that general faith is Krishna's arrangement, that we get to know about Krishna, Bhagwan, and Bhagavad Bhakti. General faith. With that general faith, Tadav Shraddha, Tadav Sadhu-guru. Here, our understanding is this is general faith, and then we get in touch with the devotees, sadhu sangha, be in the midst of the devotees, and then the anardasa, unwanted things that are stopping us from going towards the Lord, being with Bhagavan in love, all the unwanted things, they will go away when the bhajan is happening in the sadhu sangha. Very important. Bhajan doesn't happen just by our own self. No bhajan will happen by our own self in the beginning. It is only mind bhajan. That's all. So devotee association is needed. Only when the devotees get together, we hear about from the Shastra, from the sadhu, we understand it right. We get proper understanding, proper perspective, proper mood. And then the bhajan kriya happens. So when these anartha, unwanted things are going away from the heart, then when the bhajan kriya is getting steady like that, and anarthas are not really interrupting our bhajan, that is called as a nishta. And soon, taste develops for the bhajan kriya. It's the same bhajan kriya that is continuing from the beginning and till there is no end, eternally. The bhajan kriya is get together with the devotees, hear about Bhagavan, sing the glories of Bhagavan. That's bhajan kriya. So there is great taste. So when this bhajan kriya is getting steady, that is called nishta. It gets steadier as the unwanted things stop interrupting us. And as they go away, bhajan kriya gets steadier. Always we have to remember bhajan kriya means with the devotees. That we should keep in mind. Otherwise we will fall victim of the mind and falsity, thinking that we are doing bhakti. So in the bhajan kriya, nicely when it gets steady like this, as this anarthas go away and they stop interrupting us, then that stage is called, when the bhajan kriya gets steady, that is called steady state, nishita bhakti nishta. Then there is not a lot that we get distracted from, because big distractions, they kind of settle down by that time. So the taste that is already there in the nama, in the Krishna Katha, like that, we start to get taste of it. So not only the bhajan kriya happens steadily, but there is great taste for that we don't want any interruptions. In the nishta stage, we try to withstand the interruptions. But in the stage of ruchi, there's such great taste. We don't even realize that there are any hurdles coming, because we don't see them as hurdles. By the time we are so much Krishnaized, we don't see anything as hurdles but the arrangements of Krishna, and we see how to serve it, how to serve the arrangement of the Lord, like that. That's the stage of ruchi. Then, so in that stage, there is nothing that stops a devotee from relishing. Honoring brings us to the stage of nishta, honoring bhakti. Then the relishment starts. So in this stage of relishing the bhajana kriya, bhakti, everything about bhakti, everything about Bhagavan. In this stage of ruchi, the relishment, there is nothing external that would stop the relishment of bhajan kriya. There is nothing external, nothing internal that stops the devotee from relishing the bhajana kriya. And so devotee, when we get that relishment, then this takes us to great attachment to the Lord in the Nama. Lord in the Nama, the Lord in the Katha. So that is asakti, great attachment. By this stage, it's only Krishna that we see anywhere, everywhere, all the time, because the attachment is so great that there is only Krishna, 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 and Krishna. Asakti, great attachment. Great attachment, and the beautiful thing that happens is not only great attachment to the Lord, but in a specific mellow. That also starts. This is the start of internal bhajan. Ruchi is the precursor of internal bhajan. Asakti, great attachment to the Lord. To the Lord in the Nama, to the Lord in the heart. That a devotee sees everywhere. Stavara jangama deke na deke, ishta devata spurti. Everything is just a fading background on this stage. It's only Krishna. Krishna, Krishna. Krishna on the spotlight, Krishna everywhere. Everything else is a faded background. Everything that's happening in the life becomes a faded background. It's hard to keep track of what's happening in the faded background. That's the stage of great attachment to Bhagavan. By that time, life is Krishna, Krishna is life. So there is a specific relationship, specific flavored relationship with Bhagavan is taking place in the stage of asakti. That is why this is called Swarupa Bhasa. The spiritual body, Siddhadeha, is starting to form substantially in a specific mellow with Bhagavan. This is leading to the next stage, Bhava. So by this time, there is great attachment to Bhagavan in a specific mellow. Now, this mellow is blossomed with the Bhava. That's the stage of Bhava Bhakti, Sthayi Bhava or Rati. Sthayi Bhava. How beautiful, how wonderful, how beautiful and wonderful this stage is. Sthayi Bhava. The Ruchi is awesome. We have tasted for everything and anything related to Bhagavan. Ruchi is awesome. Awesome. How wonderful is this Sthayi Bhava? What is it that is stopping us from getting this to this Sthayi Bhava? This is the very purpose of this human life. Very purpose why this human birth is given. Very purpose why this bhakti lata bija is given to us. What is stopping us to get to this Sthayi Bhava? Such a steady seva to Bhagavan in a specific manner. Sthayi Bhava. That's Sthayi Bhava. So that is Rati, Sthayi Bhava. And so by this time the internal bhajan is what is happening in the life of a devotee, and the external sevas, they just happen automatically, whatever sevas are there. But the devotee is really fixed in Sthayi Bhava. And when the Sthayi Bhava is continuing the mortal frame. Then with the sweet will of Krishna, and the mortal devotee can get vastu eternal pastimes of the Lord. Vastu siddhi. This is a potential. This is a potential for any soul that is hankering for this. This is the potential. See, a banyan seed has the potential to become a banyan tree. It has the potential. It's a seed. It has to become banyan tree. But this banyan seed need to be, planted in the soil. It has to go into the soil, fertile soil. There has to be water. And then as the sprouting happens, there has to be sunlight. And the fencing around has to be there. So the animals don't come and just eat up the banyan tree. So within this is a controlled environmental setting. That's what a gardener does, right? For the seeds to germinate and then become creepers plants, trees, so the flowers and fruits can come. So controlled environmental, protected and controlled environment. In that setting, this banyan seed can become a banyan tree. You know, these incubation chambers are there. When the cell cultures are done in the lab, cell cultures are you bring into living cells and you do the culture of the cells. You fuse those cells. And this cell that is fused, two cells are fused and that it is put in an incubation chamber. Now then embryo is formed. So it is put in an incubation chamber. Means incubation chamber means it's a specialized chamber operated with controlled environmental setting. For that cell to fully grow as a being, that's incubation chamber. Like that. So we all have that potential. Like the banyan seed has potential to become banyan tree. But the seed has to be in a protected, controlled environmental setting. Guru Padashraya is that. Willing to be in that favorable, controlled environment where bhakti is conducive. That is sadhu-sanga, the do's and don'ts. Everything that is given to us in the sadhana bhakti is that incubation chamber. Incubation chamber is really specific because we are willing to be in that incubation chamber. We are willing to be placed and sit in that incubation chamber. Otherwise, no change will happen. And the banyan seed somewhere on the soil, what tree will come out of it? Nothing. So when we are willing to sit in that incubation chamber, in the controlled environmental setting, operated by a specialist, then it is assured that there will be a result because it is being operated by a specialist and by a specialist who knows how to do that cell culture. And by this specialist gives a specialized environmental settings. So this cell is completely in the hand of that specialist. Like that. So faith means this. General faith is, okay, Krishna is there, bhakti is there. And bhakti will do good to me, so I'll start some bhakti. That's general faith. Whether we are initiated or not, if we are having that kind of faith, that's just general faith. That is good. This is how it starts. So at that time, there is more faith in Krishna. More in the sense, relatively more. But when that faith deepens, then Krishna gives Guru. Oh, Krishna Bhakti is good, yes. But I really want to dedicate my life to Krishna Bhagwan. So that's why I want a tattva with Guru. I want to be under the shelter and guidance of that tattva with Guru, who can teach me what Krishna Bhakti means and who can engage me in Krishna Bhakti, because I know nothing about this. So when that faith is there, then one would take Guru Padashraya. That is called initiation. So that is the deepening of the general faith. Now the general faith is becoming very specific and focused, signing up to be in this merciful incubation chamber of Guru and Gaurāṅga. That's the incubation chamber of love of Godhead. It doesn't come in the general bhakti. It comes when we eagerly look forward to be placed in the incubation chamber of Guru Gaurāṅga, of love of Godhead. That's the specific faith. And this is what it means. Krishna gives Guru, Guru gives Krishna. Krishna gives Guru is general faith. Guru is giving me Krishna is very specific. Means I am wanting to sit in this incubation chamber of love of Godhead of Guru and Gaurāṅga. That's sadhu sangha. Sangha of the sadhu. Ah, generally, this sadhu sangha, bhajana kriya is understood in terms of general faith. Okay, I heard about Krishna, I will associate with the devotees now, and I am doing the bhajan kriya with the devotees now. And I will be placed in Nishtha. That's the general understanding. No. Getting to the specific of how the bhakti works is Adau Tada. Sadhu Sangha is getting into the incubation chamber of Guru and Gaurāṅga. Guru Padashraya, Sangha of a Sadhu. Then Bhajana Kriya under the shelter, guidance of the Sadhu. So we take shelter of that sadhu when we have that great faith in this sadhu. Yes, this sadhu vāṇī will take me to Krishna, will keep me in Krishna, will give me Kṛṣṇa-prema. That's the kind of faith we need in bhakti. That's what faith means. This sadhu vāṇī will give me Krishna, will give me Kṛṣṇa-prema. And then we look forward to sit in that incubation chamber of Guru and Gaurāṅga. And we do the bhajan kriya in that mode, in that incubation chamber. Then it doesn't take too long to come to Nishtha, because remember that's an incubation chamber operated by a specialist. They know how to take these anadhas away from us. They know how to bring us to Nishtha and Rishi. They know. We don't know. They know. So in this way, the bhajan kriya happens, and one is brought to Nishtha quickly. Even Nishtha will be just become a passing stage. One will be brought to Ruchi quickly. And then of course Asakti, all that also will happen, will continue in the incubation chamber of love of Godhead until it goes to Bhava, Sthayi Bhava. They will bring us to Sthayi Bhava. We simply sit tightly in that incubation chamber of love of Godhead of Guru Gaurāṅga, and the phala will come out as Sthayi Bhava. Like that. So Parikshit Maharaj here, he is entering the scene. He is like, he is very eager to sit in the incubation chamber of Guru and Gaurāṅga, Guru and Krishna. That's why he didn't sit, he didn't stand. Once he sat there, Gange cha Devi Dudachittamisha. He offered all praise to the sadhus around, Ganga Devi around, and to Acharya Bhagavan that is sitting in front of him. Sukadeva Goswami, and that is it. I am in the incubation chamber now, please take over. Sukadeva Goswami. That's what Parikshit Maharaj did. And Sukadeva Goswami did the rest for Parikshit Maharaj. He operated that incubation chamber. And then what happened to Parikshit Maharaj? He didn't even realize when that Takshaka bird came. Before the Takshaka bird came and bit Parikshit Maharaj, he already went back to Godhead. Same as Vritrasura. Before Indra started cutting the head of Vritrasura, Vritrasura already went in Bhava Samadhi and entered the spiritual realm. Like that. So that's all. That's what we have today.
Your voice is
how it happens. Vastu Siddhi, Godhead of Guru and Gaurāṅga. He's on now, but that's all from my thank you, and thank you all dear devotees. That's all from here. If you can hear me.
Yes, Mataji, now we can hear.
Yes. Were you able to hear everything, Mataji?
Yes, Mataji. Last
Yeah,
one.
yeah, that's all. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Mataji. చాలా బాగా చెప్పారు. ఇన్క్యుబేషన్ ఛాంబర్ లోని స్పెషలిస్ట్ ఆపరేట్ చేస్తారు కదా మాతాజీ.
Yeah.
అట్లా మీరు మా అందరినీ ముందుకు తీసుకొని వెళ్తున్నారు మాతాజీ.
Yeah, Guru and Gaurāṅga. We are in the incubation chamber of Guru Gaurāṅga. That's not the capacity of Jiva. I'm just a dust particle, but we all are in the incubation chamber of Guru and Gaurāṅga. Love of Godhead.
జస్ట్ గట్టిగా టైట్ గా పట్టుకొని ఉండాలి అంతే. నో బివిటర్మెంట్ నథింగ్. మాతాజీ అంటే అదంతా ఎలా వస్తుందంటే జస్ట్ అసోసియేషన్ వల్లనే వస్తుంది కదా మాతాజీ ఆ దృఢత్వం అనేది.
We have to be specific when we say association. We are clearly hearing it's the incubation chamber of Guru and Gaurāṅga. It is the holding tight to the lotus feet of Sri Guru. It's not simply association. Specifically the chamber of Guru and Gaurāṅga. Yes, Mataji. But yeah, your answer is right. I'm just being more specific. Yes, Mataji. So we are not lost. I'm saying it specifically so we are not lost and we don't waste our time and look around. Yes, Mataji.
Yes. Mataji, మరి తర్వాత బావా స్టేజ్ వచ్చిన తర్వాత మంచిది తర్వాత
క్వశ్చన్ రాదు మనం బావా స్టేజ్ వస్తే. Then next is prema. Kṛṣṇa-prema. Yeah. Yes, Mataji, వినిపిస్తుందా? This is tree zone.
Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Okay.
So now all we have to do is sign up. Internally sign up. We may have taken Diksha, but internally sign up. Yes. Guru and Gaurāṅga, please allow me. Please get me into this incubation chamber. I want to sit there tight. That's called Arthanadam. That's where we are now. To pray, to beg, to be, to beg them, to allow us, to beg them so they can put us in that incubation chamber. We have nothing else that we can do. So they have to put us there. When we beg, it's not that we are giving them permission. No, we are not looking for our permission. We have to beg. That's a begging chamber. Yes, so that's where we are now.
మాతాజీ ఇప్పుడు మాతాజీ ఇప్పుడు అందరం ఆన్లైన్ లో ఉన్నాం కదా, అది దట్ ఈస్ పాసిబుల్ మాతాజీ?
Yes, of course. Spirituality is to do with the heart, to do with the vāṇī. Nothing physical is an obstruction here. Yeah. Yes, please.
Yes. Thanks a lot, Mataji.
Yeah.
Right.
I know, Mataji, you asked the questions in Telugu, but dear devotees, I'm thinking you understood what the conversation was, the question and answer was. Was that okay with you all, dear devotees? If not, you can seek the clarity. Otherwise, we'll go to the favorite shloka. Mataji.
We could not understand the questions, Mataji.
The last question was when Mataji said, Mataji's question was, one of the question was, what happens after Sai Baba? I said that question will not even come when we get to Sai Baba, but to answer the question, next question, what happens next is prema. That was one thing. Second thing is, so then Mataji, so all we need to do now is just stay in the devotee association, right? That's what she said. I said, don't just stay so generalized. I'm saying here specifically an incubation chamber. Chamber is very specific. And chamber of Guru and Gaurāṅga, that's the begging chamber. That's the chamber of love of Godhead. So specifically to the lotus feet of Guru. That's what I said. When Mataji said, sadhu devotee association, we can spend lives and lives just in the generalized bhakti. So I said, in order to save the time, in order to save us from looking around, I'm being specific here. This is an incubation chamber. And the second thing was, I told that it is not that we are signing up for the process. It's not that we are giving permission to a Guru. So I can, so they, it's not that we are giving permission so we can be put in. We have to beg. They have no business to take anybody who is not begging, because that's a begging chamber. That incubation chamber is a begging chamber. So when we beg, then out of causeless mercy, Gaura-priya-jana says, okay, since you are begging, now come into the begging chamber, the love of Godhead. That's how we are put in the begging chamber. So that is our kim kartavyam, takshana. Kartavyam is this. We are here now in the process of begging, and later comes the Sai Bhava. So right now we are, even if we are initiated or not, internally we may not be in the incubation chamber at all. So right now, this is the one that we need to do. That's what I was saying to Mataji. And the last question Mataji was saying, when I said, when they place it there, then everything happens. There's Sai Bhava and Prema happens. Then Mataji was saying, can all this happen online? That was the question.
Can all
Then
this
I
happen?
said,
What, Mataji?
yeah, of course, yes. The Guru Tattva is not bound by any physical limitations. Adhyatmika, spiritual thing, external. Online.
Yeah.
Do we have to have VAPO association for this? Or can this just happen with vāṇī online?
Thank you so much, Mataji. Thank you for translating.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Ujjvala Rasajna Mataji, for the katha, especially the incubation chamber, the begging chamber. Thank you for that, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yes. Thank you.
Bhagavad Gita.